Hello, everyone, and welcome to Osquery Office Hours. It is the end of March. It's gray and rainy here in Boston. May the rest of you have better weather. Well, welcome to Osquery Office Hours. Announcements and highlights. Probably the only announcement I've got is so we cut 581, and we very quickly heard about some problems with it. So a couple of people jumped on getting fixes out, and we now have a 582 released, which I guess is a real agenda item, but you know, 582 is out there. We should decide if it's stable.
Thank you, folks, for getting on the fixes. We are not testing 582 yet. Seth, did you start testing 582?
I pushed it out to the Collide hosts. I haven't seen any issues with it, but we also didn't have any issues with 581. So
sure.
You know.
Right. I can push 582 out to our Edge channel today and like get back tomorrow or the next day on how things are going, and we could call it good then, or I'm fine with calling it good now. I mean, I saw there's only some couple of very small changes.
Yeah, the changes, like I think there were only maybe 2 substantial changes to fix these bugs, and then a bunch of CI updates. And I feel a little bit remiss that I haven't gone and reproduced these bugs myself and like had confidence that, you know, they simply won't reoccur. But yeah. I don't know. We can maybe pull Slack a little bit more and see how people seem on that, but I feel like it's probably pretty reasonable.
Well, I know Marcos tested the Windows bug, and so I'd feel pretty good about that. And the person from Figma said they tested the logging bug. Mm-hmm. And that person we know a bit less well, but I'm also inclined to trust them that they understood the problem and tested it.
But they seem to have written reasonable code in general, so
yeah,
I assume they're on top of it. I mean, they wrote that bug and they fixed it.
Yeah. Yeah, bugs happen, but they definitely seemed, as far as I could tell, they seemed to understand what the issue was, reproduced it, and then found that the fix did fix it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean this in a positive way.
for sure.
So yeah, they seem like a nice person. So I don't know. We could probably just decide 582 is probably okay. It's a pretty tiny hotfix, so I'd probably be fine declaring it stable. Okay, let's call 582 stable then. Bouncing around. Normally, any other announcements? JD, have you come to office hours before? Either way, welcome.
I was here for the last one. Yes.
Last one. Okay. Maybe I'm confusing you and Paul. I feel like maybe I met one of you last week and one of you prior. But welcome, Paul. Welcome, JD. Etc.
Thanks, Joseph. Yeah, I think I joined the first one when I joined Fleet. I thought I would check in again, seeing it's been a month or two.
No, welcome. Other announcements? Okay. Next up is sort of an open section: questions, issues, PRs, anything people want to discuss that maybe hasn't made it into the agenda. Okay, agenda. We talked about 582. The other thing that I thought we should talk about was this Windows on ARM PR that we have. So this is a PR from, I think, Cisco, right? Is it Cisco?
Yeah, I think it's from this company called Linaro.
It's Cisco.
Okay, so they work for Cisco. Okay.
Yeah. And when they gave this to us before, we sort of said, "Meh, go make it work in CI." They've made it work in CI now, so someone should evaluate this. Alessandro, do you think you can evaluate the CMake and CI well enough that we can let the PR run and then approve it for GitHub?
So I'm currently allocated elsewhere, so I don't have much time. I did warn the team though. If nothing moves, we can see if we can allocate somewhere else.
Okay.
Marcos, is this the kind of thing that you could look at if we get some time allocated for you?
Yeah, I was taking a look at the PR, and yeah, I can definitely take a look at it.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
check in. Let's check in with Zay and Sharon to see when we can prioritize some of your time for that.
Sure.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
I don't want to just pile it onto your workload mysteriously.
That's fine. No worries.
Yep. Marcos, can you bring that to them, please, and ask
Sure.
for help carving out some time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will do it.
I just glanced at it real fast. The CI changes look fine to me. I have approved it to run on the CI pipeline, so GitHub Actions is chewing on it. I do not feel like I'm particularly suitable for evaluating Windows ports. So hopefully, Marcos, you or other Fleet people can eyeball that. I would definitely love to get that merged in. I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. That's all I got. I guess we should eyeball the security issues. None. Excellent. Stefano's automation has found us 0 issues. Yeah. Anyone want to talk about anything?
So something that I wanted to talk about is the work. Sorry, the work around ETW. So now that we have the ETW, this tracing framework in place, the thing that I created called Pote. So we are able now to create more tables for extra visibility on Windows. So I have a list that I put together some time ago. So what should be the best way to prioritize that list, Zach, in terms of prioritizing the new ETW based tables that we can create for Windows?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I think that probably the best way to do that is to work with Zay to talk to our customers to understand where their priorities would be on Windows, and then for us to start working on those. I mean, I think that with what you've put out there, anyone in the community is on a much easier place to build any Windows ETW tables that they want. But in terms of the work that we do, we would want to prioritize it based on our customers' needs, I think.
Okay, good.
I'm inclined to agree with that. Like, I don't have any personal preferences. So if you're doing the work, I think you can kind of do it in whatever order you want.
Okay.
I forget if there were any of them that we weren't sure we wanted in Osquery core or were controversial. Zach probably has a reasonable gut sense for what will get approved or not approved.
Yeah, if we look to do something like DNS events, we should make sure we're talking about that with this group here, because often folks consider that fairly sensitive.
Okay.
But yeah, we can. I can, like Steph said, I can definitely give the gut check.
Yeah, and I don't know, if you're doing the work, you can do it in whatever order you want. I'm excited to see it. It's really neat seeing the functionality. So
Good.
Sorry, just adding that to our minutes. Other stuff? If not, maybe we have another quick week. Alessandro, do you know when Mike comes back, or if we'll have like access to the YouTube the meeting video to YouTube stuff prior?
Should be late April, maybe, but I can probably ask someone else internally if they have access to the channel.
It's probably not the end of the world if stuff sits a little bit longer. I know people ask sometimes, so
Yeah, I'll ping around and see what they come up with.
okay. No biggie if it proves hard, just stuff to ponder.
Anyone have things that they're anticipating will want to get into a 5.9?
I'd love to get the Windows ARM thing out.
Totally.
Actually, here's a couple of questions that maybe for you fleet folk. I don't know if you want to pick any of this up. I think the chocolatey package builds are still real manual, not happening. I don't know. Those are not tied into our CI at all. I don't know if that's a thing any of you would want to look at, or if that's kind of a little out of your bailiwick as well. Feel free not to volunteer. Just
my initial impression to that is a no. We don't use them, and if they haven't been released for a while and no one's complained about it, then does anyone use them?
Do you know why Tor was mentioning that today on the Windows channel? Because he was saying something about chocolate. Maybe that there was a community request or something like that.
He has historically just published all the Osquery releases to Chocolatey.
so the Osquery chocolatey publishing is not automated. That's a thing that Thor has just generally done. I probably have notes on how to do it if something really requires me to figure them out. Maybe other people also have notes, but it's not a thing that I've really done. And I think the package builds aren't tied into CI either, so there's kind of a lot of weirdness in there. We've also talked about. Sorry.
I also seem to recall there was another issue there. I don't know if it was something like you could not transfer a package to a different maintainer, or I don't know. There was some kind of issue there.
I don't remember that one. I think it's owned by Osquery. I have access to the packaging, and I can probably onboard other people if we need to. There's an issue in the way the package works, where it's like it's its own package. It's not. So chocolatey packages seem to come in like two idiomatic flavors. One of them is like a chocolatey thing that like has all the stuff packed inside of it like a normal package, and the other one is like just a pointer to an MSI. And our chocolatey packages predate the MSIs, so they like get built separately. So there's also some desire to move the chocolatey package to basically just being a very light wrapper around the MSI, which is how I think a lot of the modern chocolatey stuff works. We've talked about that, but I don't think anyone's picked up that work. So there's like one work is cleaning up the chocolatey packages to just be a lot simpler, tying it into CI, and then maybe figuring out how to get CI to push into chocolatey directly, or not CI, GitHub, the GitHub release actions. But no one's doing that work right now. So. Anything else? Not? Maybe we reclaim 45 minutes?
Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you all. Marcus, again, thank you for jumping on that Windows bug. So really nice to get 582 out.
Yeah. Thank you.
I will go click some things to make that stable in a few moments. So, okay.
Good.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
y'all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.